Hi everyone. It's 9:45 here in British Columbia, Canada, and I wanted to take the time out just to share a little from my book, Highest Praise Chronicles of a Grateful Heart, just to talk a little about it. The cover design, as you can see, I am so in love with it. It's a 5 by 8 book, and it was the cover was designed by Derville Lowe of NCH Publishing. The book is 100 and let's see quickly 39 pages long, and it's about my experiences when my family, so Andrew, my husband, Justin Andrew, Sadie Jade, moved to Canada from Jamaica in 2013. And there are some pretty interesting things that happened on this journey. A journey of testing, a journey of faith, a leap that we took, So I am also taking that leap to talk to us about the book. I am not a speaker. Well, I shouldn't say that. I like to express my thoughts through words and through writing. But to give you a glimpse of what's in the book, I'll just tell you that there are lots of gems, lots of stories of faith. It's the journal entries for 2013 from September 6, 2013 to September 6, 2014. And I think I'll read for you just a little excerpt, some encouragement on page 92 of the book. And then I'll tell you more about where the book can be found. So, the entry for April 13, 2014 is called Dusty Pathways. And I'll just read it for you quickly. You make beautiful things out of dust. You make beautiful things out of us. Those words of a song I heard being sung for the first time yesterday at church keep echoing in my mind. Dust is certainly not considered beautiful. It can be grimy, gritty, grungy, and may not be a delight to behold. It's even worse when it gets mixed in with certain other elements like water. Dust is commonly associated with ugliness, the unclean, the uncared for. It can also cause severe respiratory problems and has been implicated in certain cancers. Beyond that, many have been in dusty situations, and some still live in the dust heap of life's woes, agony, and trials. Try as we might, we just can't seem to escape the dust, and some keep falling right back into it. Yet, God still makes beautiful things out of dust. Whatever dust may be assured that just as God shaped us and fashioned us, dust, with his mighty hands, he is still fashioning the dust in our lives into something beautiful, something marvelous, that if we allow will be a great blessing. You may think that your dust is too powerful or too elusive to hold, and wonder, how can this become beautiful? Jesus Christ is the master potter. He's skilled and versed at controlling the elements, and dust is merely a speck in his sphere. God indeed makes beautiful things out of dust. Us. Trust him. Give him the dust, and just like he created you, yes, a beautiful masterpiece from it. He will make something beautiful out of that dust. He will make something beautiful out of us. Trust me, you will see, as will everyone else, when His love and grace allow us to sparkle and shine like that diamond that was hewn from the rough. Be blessed, friends, and remember, God makes beautiful things out of dust. He makes beautiful things out of us. Give Him your heart and your highest praise today. So like I said, the book is entitled Highest Praise, Chronicles of a Grateful Heart. This is book 1. It captures year 1 of our journey in Canada. There's also a book 2 coming out soon, which will capture year 2. And there's a book 3, which will capture years 3 to 7 of this journey that we took from Jamaica to Canada. The book is a biographical devotional, or a devotional biography, however we want to call it, because it's stuff that happened in my life and how God led through that period, led our family, and stories of discovery of His grace and His mercy, and that He's always there and that He cares about us so much. I won't spoil the story, but I'll tell you that I left Jamaica, gave up an administrative position, ended up, I would say, not where I had anticipated, and had some experiences that, are praiseworthy, some that caused lots of tears, lots of wondering if we had done the right thing. And nevertheless, you can see that there's a title that I now carry, and it says PhD, which means that leap with not lots of money has really paid off today. I do have a PhD. I work as a Dean of Health Sciences in British Columbia, Canada. And more about that and how I got there and that leap of faith that we took can be found in these series. So the book is found on Amazon. It's $14.99 US and $16.98 Canadian. I also have copies available for those who are near in Canada. It's $15. And also there is a Jamaican price. We're collecting a list of 2,000 Jamaican dollars, and we'll talk about how that can be delivered to you in Jamaica. So again, the book is Highest Praise, Chronicles of a Grateful Heart, and it tells my journaled account of my journey from Jamaica to Canada, how I ended up from being an academic chair to being a lowly student, suffered some things, and we're here today celebrating. Book 3 will tell you more about how I came to be a Dean of Health Sciences in Prince George, British Columbia. So you'll learn more about my courage, because I'm on here as a vain person with my bedtime hairdo. And I just wanted to be authentic for you as I shared the book, and give kudos to Derville Lowe, who designed the book cover. And I also just want to talk rather quickly about, just share very quickly within the acknowledgements. Of course, the book is dedicated to God, right? He knows the plans He has for us to bless us and give us an expected end. And it's also dedicated to Andrew Richards, who is my husband. And I couldn't have been where I am today without the wonderful support of a marvelous husband who God has provided. And we can talk a lot about spouses and their impact in our lives and how God uses them for greatness, and how I can rest upon my husband's shoulders today. So again, the acknowledgements. I'm thankful to my parents because they've invested in my education up to my first degree. I'm thankful to all my siblings. Kayla, my eldest sibling, there are stories about her and her kindness in this book as well. My brother Mark, who is an inspiration, he's a missionary pastor in Bolivia. My brother Kurt in Jamaica, my sister Gayon in Jamaica, another sister Petra, who is in the United States, and Dwayne, who is in the United States as well, and how they would have left me to write the tributes and speeches for the family functions, and how that honed my own development as a speaker and as a writer, and also as an introverted person in a family. Well, there were, for the most part, 5 of us in the home at any given time, and how that impacts somebody who is introverted with so many siblings with their own thoughts and ideas, and how I would escape through writing poems and stories. And my own mother, who would have stayed up with me and who helped with my first publication there in the School Leavers magazine. Yeah, in grade 6 at Santa Cruz Preparatory School in St. Elizabeth, Jamaica. I also acknowledge my children, Justin, Andrew, and Sadie J. They're always so excited and supportive. And I do want to acknowledge some stalwarts in education. At the time, they were at Northern Caribbean University, where I spent 17 years, from the point of being a student to being a teacher at the high school that's affiliated with the institution, to being a clinical coordinator, a lab instructor, to being a lecturer or assistant professor, and then becoming academic chair of medical technology. And, so I do want to acknowledge, when you start to acknowledge people, you get in a lot of trouble, but I do want to acknowledge Doctors Lily Lindsay, Dr. Marilyn Anderson, Trevor Gardner, and Patricia Garden for their genuine interest in our family. Not being too busy to listen to the youth, because we were young. I think when we decided to leave, I was 34 years of age, deciding to take a break to do a PhD. So that took 7 years it took 7 years to get the piece of paper, but again, you'll see the journey and all the steps and interruptions that dotted that journey. And again, I am very much, our family is indebted to Rose and Mary. We didn't know her at the time. I think our friend Janice Howell Morgan knew her and had been in contact with her. And she opened her doors to us. And that's where we spent our first month, in her apartment, a family of 4 strangers. That's a wonderful thing for Rosie to have done, and she doesn't know how that helped us today. And Rosie, there are things that are still in this house that you left behind, and we just want to say that we're grateful. And then the numerous family and friends, my Dowdy family, my Chambers family, Andrew's family, and friends who impacted our journey. And like I said, again, I can't end without saying highest praise. These are the Chronicles of my grateful heart. Get a copy, you know. I don't know if I'm obsessed, but I read it. I read the book over and over, and sometimes I just can't believe the things that happened, and that I'm still standing, our family is still standing today, and that God works in wonderful ways to guide and protect us and save us and keep us. So again, Amazon, get your copy, reach out to me, send me a message if you have questions, and we'll talk. And again, Derville Lowe is the man. If you think you have a story and you need a book cover design, reach out to Derville Lowe. Look him up. I think his handle is Derlo. But that's enough for me. I thought I didn't chat a lot, but here we are, just chatting and chatting and chatting. For 17 minutes, I've been talking. So have a good night, and remember, there is one who always deserves our highest praise. Take care now. Another day, I'll probably read another excerpt for you.